Hey, everybody, and welcome to the new Colossus Sessions. My name is Brad Wagner. I'm your host, and we are masked up today because we're in a little bit closer proximity to each other in the venue. So here's this, and we are in not close proximity at all to the band we're joined by today from Gothenburg, Sweden. Thank you, guys, Alma and John, so much for being here. We've got Beverly Kills. Hey.
Thank you for having us, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
This is amazing. It's wonderful to see you again. We got to cross paths at the festival at New Colossus in mid-March, and now here we are now. So congratulations to you, because "Elegance in a State of Crisis," the EP, so perfectly titled, came out in between when I saw you and right now. So we're gonna hear some songs off of that, and we'll hear a couple ones that were previously released. We're gonna hear a cover as well. I won't spoil any of those surprises about what they are, but can you tell us what's coming up first?
The first track is the opening track of our EP.
Yeah, it's called Divine.
Should we get to it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
En, två, tre, fyra.
All right. Thank you, Alma. Thank you, John. That sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it sounds wonderful in this environment. I want to talk a little bit about what people can expect. So, if people aren't familiar with the EP, the debut EP, Elegance in a State of Crisis, can you talk a little bit about what some of the similarities between the arrangements and some of the production elements on the studio version versus the duo setup that you're doing right now?
That's a really good question, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the same because some of these tracks were written in this apartment, in this type of setting.
Yeah, in this room.
But I guess some of them were more fleshed out when we were in the rehearsal space. Like some of the tracks we'll be playing later will definitely
Yeah,
contrast.
they're rearranged in
Yeah.
like for this session type of thing.
Yeah. What did so when you got into so the I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher the name, but I'm not even gonna try. But Per Stallberg, I've started the
Really
name
close.
right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
super close.
What
That-
did so what does that look like when you guys get into a room together? I know you recorded at Welfare Sounds. Like what did you bring to the table? What did he bring to the table? What does that environment look like when you guys get together to be creative together?
I love to go to the welfare studios. It's actually my favorite activity of the year when it happens. But I think we have often sent him some pre-recorded things to give him an idea of the song or the songs.
Yeah, we send them like pretty done demos.
Yeah.
I think for this EP, I think we sent them 9 tracks or
Yeah,
something.
it was like a lot of songs, old ones and new ones and rearranged ones, and
Yeah.
I think it was a bit up to the studio and the label to pick out their favorites.
Yeah.
Like we had some of our favorites
Yeah.
that we knew like these have to be on the EP. Like we're not gonna compromise on that. But here are some other tracks. Like if you feel like you want them to be in the EP, like go ahead. We'll be completely fine with that.
Yeah, New Year's Eve was a song like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, have we just nailed the segue perfectly? Are you perhaps going to play? What are you going to play next?
Not New Year's Eve. We're
Okay.
going to play Dreamless.
An older track.
Yeah, actually. Shall we
Yeah.
get to it?
Woke up from a dream about me and you. A car crash and it go on repeat. Your lips are spelling out your hand. I'll go. Keep them to yourself. In the dark alleys of the twisted minds, fear tracked me down. Fear chase me now. I will never sleep again. I will never dream again. Woke up from a dream about me and you. Your lips are spelling out your wonderful. You're the kind of friend I can leave behind. So bittersweet in the dark alleys of the twisted mind. Fear tracked me down.
Yeah. Thank you. That sounds wonderful. Speaking of that sounding wonderful, can we talk a little bit? So we've talked a little bit about the studio recording versus the versus this arrangement here. Can you talk a little bit about what I mean? There's some technical hurdles that go into making sure that these sound nice for the internet. You have hurdled those hurdles very elegantly, and I appreciate it. We spent some time together making sure that this does sound proper. Can you I'm not even sure who this question's for. This is not to pat us on the back, but maybe to talk to other musicians about some of what's important to make sure that while we are all separate from each other, we can still put nice sounding music out into the world. Can you talk about some of what we did to make this work?
Yeah.
I think you're responsible for this working. Actually, you
Yeah.
came up with a solution.
Well, dude, I said some words and then you went across Gothenburg and found the things to make that happen.
Yeah. Actually, we went to buy this, what to call it?
The Steinberg audio interface.
Yeah, because we broke our other twos. And then we set it up, this thing, and it didn't work at all. And John texted his dad and was like, "Dad, please help me. I can't fix this. Please help me." And he had some good ideas. And then we went to the rehearsal space to get this mixer thing.
Which was your idea? Like Brad suggested the mixer because, and you already suggested it before, and you were like, "Ah, yeah, I was right."
Yeah, I was like, yes, my sound engineering spirit was like, yeah, from the beginning.
And then it worked. Like from the very first second we tried it out, it worked like a dream. So like that was the solution.
Yeah.
So anyone like wanted to do like a really good sounding audio session, like live session, get a mixer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an expensive one. Like we have, I think this one from Yamaha is not that expensive. Like it's 4 mic channels and a couple of line channels. Like it's not the most expensive one, but it really does the work.
Yeah, has some cool effects on it too.
Yeah. It's always, I mean, the nicest part about doing it the way that you just described is just that to make sure that the mix that you're hearing and the mix that the internet hears is exactly the same thing. There's not ever going to be a divergence where the computers screw stuff up. When you do it in the mixer and then send that signal out to your ears and to the computer, it's a very elegant way to sort that out. You guys sound great, and there's a ton more music coming up. Can you tell us what you're going to play next today?
A Scarlet Night. Yeah. What's the story behind that song? I think I wrote the verse and things, and you wrote the chorus. Yeah. And we set them together, and it turned out to be super good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wrote the lyrics too?
I wrote the first verse, I think.
Yeah.
Which is very uncommon in Beverly Kills, because most of the time Alma writes all of the lyrics.
Yeah. But it was fun to mix it up a bit, actually. It's super fun to sing someone else's lyrics. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Station to station, a slow march towards the gate where every day is just saying the red was stains on your leather jacket. Is it my fault or yours? Crimson lust, scarlet night. on your leather jacket. Is it my fault or yours? There is no lies in the scarlet night. Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me on the other side? Will you be waiting for me? Waiting. I said, waiting for me. Waiting.
Yes. Nice. Well, that sounds tremendous. It struck me. You just mentioned that you're a fan of singing other people's words. I know at some point in this set, I don't know where it's going to happen, but there will be a cover coming up. Can you talk about? I mean, how frequently? Well, right now the cover's next.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, so how frequently is that the case for you, Alma? Are you singing other people's words? Like, what does the songwriting mix look like inside of your band? Who brings what to the table, songwriting wise?
Like the lyrics, mainly me. When I have an idea, I think I brief it sometimes with you guys to make sure it's okay, but it's not all that often.
Yeah.
It's kind of my own process, and I ask you for help sometimes.
Yeah, it's most of the time.
Yeah.
Like one occasion, like we had this jam in our rehearsal space. Then I nicknamed it to Ariel in my cell phone just to have something to call it.
Yeah.
And that was later what you based the entire song Seven Sisters around.
Yeah, I think it was like a cool angle. I was like, I can work with this. Yeah, I don't need that much to get inspired. Actually, it's just the small things.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing your inspiration with us today. And we've got you're playing a cover next. So what is it about this song that really speaks to you, resonates with you enough to play it for the whole world and God and everybody?
Oh God, I think actually this one of those the first songs. I think it was in the playlist you sent me back in the days. Or am I remembering the?
It's definitely one of the tracks on this record. I'm not sure it might have been though.
I
it's
think it
very
is one.
cliche. Like we've only been dating for like a month, and I send you a track called "You Are the One." That's
Good for you, John. Well, clearly it worked.
Yeah, I remember walking in my hometown in Umeå and listening to this song. But I think you have a deeper relationship to this band.
I actually have the song itself on vinyl.
Nice.
That's how much I like it, actually. I bought this record when I saw A Place to Bury Strangers in Gothenburg. It must have been 5 years now, I think, and I was lucky enough to hear it live, actually. And I love this song a lot, but I love this record a lot, and I love A Place to Bury Strangers overall a lot.
All right, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Should check my volumes a bit. Yeah.
move on. Life is tough. I wanna be in the sky. I wanna be riding high. Speeding cars, the turn of wind, the burning speed, it breaks my skin. Sky, moving so fast, I wanna die. I feel the wind, breathe the air, driving fast, but still don't care. I start to fall, I lose control. I try to time, I start to roll. I can't hold on, moving so fast. I wish I had the chance to do it all again. You'd be the one, but I was riding away. Follow the sun, and it felt so good inside. When you took my life, faster than an engine could ever ride. You are the one. Break, follow the road to the lake. I wanted to have it all. Now count along, I'll waterfall. It disappears into the sky. I'm on the road, about to die. I break my teeth, I break my laugh. I wish I had this chance to do it all again. And you could be the one, but I was riding away. I cried for the sun, and it felt so good inside. And you in my life, faster than an engine could ever ride. You are the one.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I don't know if you're able to see the screen while this is happening. I'm going to put it back up there, but Steven is definitely tuned in, which was like, that's another layer of coincidence, I think, right? Because this song means so much for you. And one of the three founders of the new Colossus Festival, Steve Matrick, tuned in right now, is A Place to Bury Strangers manager, which was, and what was the timeline of that like for you guys? When did you find out that was the case? I know that Steve's their manager.
When I found out that he was his manager, or what? I didn't really. I was. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I don't know. I phrased that very, very awkwardly. That's my fault, not yours. It doesn't matter. Did you guys find out that Steve was the manager of that band during the festival?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was, man, what a fun week. It seems like it was so much more than 2 months-ish ago that happened. I mean, this is the last big party that we're going to be at for, who knows how long. It was nice to party with you guys and hang out.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, I mean, it might be a strange question to talk about what's next for you guys because Elegance in a State of Crisis just came out, but what are you doing? Are you doing a lot of songwriting, a lot of recording, a lot of just cooking and distancing from music, or what does your life look like right now?
Actually, it's been a lot of live streams, and we have rehearsed a lot for and prepared for them in different kinds of ways. We've written some new music, like it's an ongoing process. I don't think it ever will stop, but
Like we've done a lot of live streams, and
Yeah.
a lot of live sessions. Like it's been pretty hectic. Like I think last week, we did 2 in the same day.
yeah,
So it's been pretty hectic. But we've been writing a lot of new songs. We've been playing new songs live on these live sessions as well.
yeah,
So hopefully, we're a good number of songs into a full-length LP. I think that's the main goal, but it might take a while, I guess.
yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, well, cool. I mean, use these types of sessions for all they're worth. Hopefully, the songs evolve differently when you're playing them. I mean, I guess it's similar to playing them out on tour. If you could be out on tour, you're letting them evolve in front of an audience until
Yeah.
they're road tested and ready to be on the record.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks again for joining us and doing this. There is yet more music. What's what's coming up next today?
The first single from the EP, I Dreamt in Commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I was gonna try it this sound.
Oh, in your arms, if as I got in here before, in the dark, before you disappear into sleep, and I stay up. 'Cause there's something awake inside me. Is it really all we've been? And is it really all? Why do I say wicked? Is it really all? I drive through avenues along black road towards the beach. I drive. I flash over there and I melt and die. Breathe easily. We sit among rocks to see shadows solidify. The sky deepens. We smile and take each other's hands, and you smile, singing love from the inside. A signature tune, a melody, and in all this time I dreamt in commercials. Is it really all we've been? And is it really all? Why do I stay awake? Is it really all we've been? And is it really all? Is it really all? Is it all? Is this all? Is this all? Is this all? I can't stand this feeling. I can't stand this feeling. Always wonder what we're dreaming of. Oh, is this all I wonder we're dreaming of? Is this all I wonder we're dreaming of? Is this all I wonder we're dreaming of? Feels like I've been here before.
Yes. We've got an audience today. Juan is right here. Hey.
Hi.
Yes,
How you
it's
doing?
nice. We've got right in the middle of NoHo right now, so there are probably a lot of people out on the street right at the moment, and
Okay. Yeah.
hopefully all is well right now. Thank you guys for providing music, 'cause it's important. You know, it's very important even during times when everything is absolutely insane. Maybe even especially during when times are absolutely insane. You know, the all of the everything that's happening in the world right now is vital and is important, but it is also, you can't stay plugged into that 24/7. You have to listen to music and give your brain a second to recuperate and then dive back into the current events.
Yeah, yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
But it's really hard for us to understand like what it's like over at you guys. Like this is like we cannot possibly fathom how it's like. This is so far from, like we have really no idea because
No.
you guys are so different. Really, we've really seen that these last couple of days, like how different America is from from Sweden right now.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hanging out with you guys, whether that's in Gothenburg, whether it's in New York again. But cheers to you guys. Thanks for doing this.
Of
Yeah.
course, anytime.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we're gonna
so-
do our last one.
Yeah. Please. What's happening last today?
The last track is an old one called Revelers. And some background info on this track is that this is probably oldest track that we still play. There was once a lineup of the band where I sang a couple of songs and
Yeah.
Alma played guitar instead of no synths, and
Yeah.
I think we scrapped most of those tracks
Except this one.
except this one
Yeah.
that stuck around, and we were really on the fence on whether we would record it or not when we were the second time we were at Waffle Sounds, and Kalle Lilja, who we were producing with at the time, he said like, do you have anything else to record? Like we're pretty done. It's like, yeah, we have one more track, and we thought that it was gonna be like a huge flop, like no one would hear it, everyone
That
would
was
hate
not
it.
going to be the banger.
Yeah.
No.
But I think Spotify had other things in mind.
Yeah, they planned for it to be our biggest track that we currently have, which is, yeah,
Hmm.
just so ironic, but yeah,
Yeah. But I like it.
it's good. Yeah,
Mm.
it holds up.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, hope you enjoy it.
We craved it in car crashes. It's in our blood. Spill their guts, let it flow until there is nothing left to curb it or resist. The orc of flesh collapses on itself. Nothing left to curb it or resist. The orc of flesh collapses in.
All right.
So much.
Yes, thank you very, very much. The internet says thank you. Mike Bell says hands. Steve says thank you. Victoire is here also. So thank you again so much for coming and doing it. We appreciate it. And yeah, it's we're getting near midnight your time, I believe. So enjoy the rest
Yeah.
of your night. We'll see what happens when we exit this place. Here right now, we're at Subculture in NoHo, and yeah, so stay safe. Look very much forward to seeing you guys in whether that's New York or wherever we happen to cross paths. Could be Texas, I don't know, but this has been a delight to do it on the internet. I mean, it's a nice substitute, I think, for right now until we can actually hang out with each other. So thank you very much. And Elegance in a State of Crisis is the wait, what the fuck? I very much meant to ask you about the title of that. So did you title that album that after all of the world started lighting on fire, or was it meant to be titled that from long before coronavirus started to be a thing?
It was named Elegance in a State of Crisis on a bus ride, I think, last autumn. Or actually.
Wow.
So it was some long time before the corona and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was studying literature, and I was going to write an essay, and I found this book about the fashion in the 30s and the 20s, and it was kind of similar to that title of the book, but we took the inspiration from it.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for sharing it. That was outstanding. Mike says sounded beautiful. Great start to the weekend. I absolutely concur. I'm gonna drink some more of what's in that cup, and then we'll have ourselves a Friday evening. Thank you so much. We'll
Thank you, Brad, and
see ya.
thank you, the new Colossus.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you so much.
We're so glad to have this opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
We really cherished that week in New York.
That even despite all the chaos and
Yeah.
everything, like we had such a good time. Like we would love to come back when everything is in better shape, when when the world is back to normal.
To the new normal, at least.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
or whatever normal ends up being when that time happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, New York would love to have you back. I look forward to the time that we can drink what's in those cups together and hang out and howl at the moon. This was really cool. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Thank you, and
Thank
stay
you for having
safe.
us.
I will. All right. Bye.